Hello and welcome back to Soon 73 Tai Chi for moves number 42 and 43. I know you've already done your warm-ups, so let's go ahead and get started with our lesson today. First, getting oriented to 12 o'clock. Our time and space today dictates that this, where my right toes are pointing, is my 1:30 or 2. This is my 3. This is my 4:30, my 6 o'clock, my 7:30, my 9 o'clock, my 10:30 is around where my left toes are. And just relaxing into breathing deep and slow through the nose, feeling elongated from the top of the head. Noticing every muscle at ease. Feeling connected to the self, we begin our Tai Chi flow. Up to move 43, but beginning here with move number 1. Right toes turning towards 12 o'clock as we transition, moving into the hands now. First the feet move, then the hands, then the entire body, syncing up as we step towards 10:30. In our leisurely tie coat, right palm is up to the sky. Let your precious hands stretch out today. Uprooting push towards 3 o'clock. Mindfully aligning the feet, toes towards 12 o'clock, and a relaxed breath in expands the body. And a relaxed breath out brings the hands back in, single whip left, palms opening into the uprooting push before turning the waist to draw open right hand. Right palm faces 3 o'clock as it rises, skillfully comes to the chest, facing 12 o'clock along with the left hand. For now, a straightforward push, returning to awareness of the breath, ideally in through the nose with the belly, the lower ribs and upper ribs expanding. You know that now. The biomechanics of a healthy breath. And then orienting towards 9 o'clock in our brush knee left. And playing the lute where the left bubbling well or ball of the foot touches before stepping on the heel into intercept, deflect down, parry and punch. Always hoping to accommodate the space we are in, punching towards 9 o'clock with the left foot and fist united as we retract. Left bubbling well touches, stepping onto the heel to push mountain towards 9 and mindfully adjusting the feet for another conscious breath, fingers pointing up, palms expanding, and then condensing chi as they come together, leading us right into brush knee right towards 3 o'clock. And leisurely tie coat. Right palm and foot come in. And then move out together. Left bubbling well touches. Then that foot receives all of our weight. Stepping with the right foot towards 3 o'clock in our uprooting push. Aligning the feet for another conscious breath. In perfect symmetry as the hands open on the inhale and close on the exhale. Single whip back to the left, feeling the foot flat and then opening the palms, transitioning the weight back during the uprooting push. No weight on the right foot as it comes in, but then it takes all of our weight before stepping towards 9. In right fist under left elbow. Transitioning into an empty stance and stepping on the heel towards 6 o'clock for repulse monkey left. Aware of good posture and stepping out into an open right bow stance towards 12 o'clock. And getting rooted into the right foot to step into another left bow stance towards 9 o'clock, followed by leisurely Tai Coat. Connecting deeply with the self. Feeling so at ease that we can feel the joints opening as there's no compression on the bones, stepping towards 9 o'clock in the uprooting push. Repositioning the feet in ideal symmetry for another conscious, full belly breath, expanding us and condensing us back in on exhale. Single whip right is next, palms turning forward in the uprooting push before we open the whip. Our own alignment dictates how far we open that whip, stepping sideways now for wave hands like clouds 3 times. Whole body facing around 130 as left foot draws in and hands pass. Whole body now facing ideally around 1030 as right foot takes the second right side step. Totally at ease. We can connect with decompressing our bones, allowing the joints to open in our third right side step and our third wave right. Transitioning left, fingers pointing towards 130 in higher horse. Left bubbling well, touches, and then the whole left foot turns to 3. Left hand on top of ball. Right empty heel turns in before taking our way to face 130. Left toe kick as we open, expand. Floating down on the heel, the foot takes the weight. We get rooted and open and expand before floating the right heel down towards 3 o'clock. As we transition into the downward punch while staying tall. The eyes direct the energy down, but then the gaze comes back up, no weight on the left foot. Then it takes our weight as we direct ourselves towards 9 o'clock for the back fist, the flip, the punch and step like a duck, with the right toes out to about 10:30, helping to root us in, putting the foot down softly on the bubbling well behind, slapping the right leg. It too descends naturally on the bubbling well behind. Then the left foot circles to point to about 7:30. Right bubbling well touches as we face 9 o'clock and squeeze and subdue the tiger before a quick release and sinking or staying tall in our swinging left toe kick to 10:30, followed by stepping on the heel or just spin into heel kick right towards 10:30. Floating the right heel down, left palm under right elbow, transitioning into the parry, stepping softly while the hands flip, the right hand extends. The right heel steps down first as we transition into the punch. With follow step, taking the weight in block and close or embrace the tiger. Stepping onto the heel for push the mountain towards 9 o'clock. The follow step, as we've practiced, leads us back to fully facing 6 o'clock. For move number 42, breathe in, open hands. And move number 43, breathe out and let the hands close. And from there, we'll let the hands descend. And that is today's lesson, the open and close. In our last lesson that we specifically addressed the breath in our open, breathe in, and close, breathe out, we discussed the biomechanics of a healthy breath, where we inhale through the belly first, the lower dantian, the lower ribs expand outward, causing the upper ribs to expand outward. Maybe with all the practice you've had, that's become easier to sink into the dantian, or belly breath. In today's episode of Open and Close, let's discuss another aspect of healthy breathing that falls right in line with the idea that to inhale is given one number, number 42 here at this instance, and to exhale is given one number, number 43 in our form. Now, to me, one of the indicators there is that we want to make sure we are both breathing in and breathing out. Being someone who has now explored breath work for over 2 decades, and last year attended a retreat in Costa Rica where some of the world's leading experts on breath work were there, I know a lot about breathing. And so I bring that into my own Soon 73 in the open and close. I now know that not only is a healthy breath starting at the lower dantian and expanding upward through the rib cage, it also is about 6 seconds if I want to be awake and live and functioning in my life. So ideally that would mean I'm inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then exhaling for the same 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of research now is out there that indicates that when we breathe with around a 6-second inhale, a 6-second exhale, making it about a six breaths a minute that we are breathing at that rate, we are syncing up our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems and getting them to work in coherence or resonance with each other. Now, slow, relaxed belly breathing has its place, but some days we need to be more alert than meditative and calm. We know that if we sync up our inhale and our exhale, this gets our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems, our rational cognitive functions that we like working well, synced up with our calm, relaxed state. We now function at a higher level of productivity. That's right. Higher level of human performance and productivity has been found when we breathe consistently at the breathe in through the nose, 6 seconds in with no pause, no exhale until it's 6 seconds out. If we do that consistently, breathing in for 6, I'm guesstimating, breathing out for 6, and we do that for about 10 minutes and nothing else. It's been found in lots of medical research, even by the Chopra Institute, very famous, that we heal various things in our body. According to the Chopra Institute research, when we breathe at the 6-6 rate, what's sometimes called resonant or coherent breathing, it fosters better immune function and can even heal the gut biome. It reduces ulcers, stress, and anxiety, and is known to turn off over excessive adrenaline and cortisol stress-related hormones. If you'd like to learn about the science behind resonant breathing, I have an entire video on resonant breathing in my breathwork collection on the video library. And I also highly recommend James Nestor's book, Breath, The New Science of a Lost Art. It was his retreat that I went to in Costa Rica, and there were breath workers from all over the world, some attending via satellite link live, to share with us the science and art of the many ways to breathe. And there's a lot of research that backs up what I'm saying on the 6-6 breath in his book, and also a lot more. So how I use this information is that if I come to my practice and I'm a little stressed, or when I'm standing in Wuji, I can feel I have a chest up, shallow, fast kind of breath, I know that's a stress-related breath that turns on the sympathetic fight or flight response, the cortisol, the adrenaline that causes disease to set in. It's true. Let's face it. These are the facts. So in my practice, if I notice, in fact, let's do it. Let's go through our form and I'll lead you through this second flow, because you know open and close. We'll just go through it again, and this time, notice your breath. Many people have difficulty, if they are used to breathing fast in a stress-related way, to slowing the breath down to 6 breaths, 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. So when I'm going through the form and I'm counting to 6, if that feels like you're gonna pass out, like it's too much, it's too stressful, bring it to a 4 count, but sync it up on the inhale and the exhale. Keep it the same so that the two nervous systems coincide with each other. And notice breathing now. If I find I am breathing in a stressful way as I set up in my Wuji, I take myself to counting the breaths, the 6 seconds in and out as I go through my form. And it makes an enormous difference. It might help you too. With awareness of simply breathing in a healthy way through the nose, let's begin our flow now. Focusing on moving the body in a relaxed, healthy way. And of course, we will still breathe in and out through the nose. If we take most of our breaths in life through the chest, kind of fast, paying no attention to if they are the same length, our body's breathing mechanisms master our minds. That's right. The animal starts to control the spirit and the will. So I notice breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then continue on in my form. If in the very beginning I have that stress breath, I will focus in my Soon 73 on slowing it and syncing up to the 6-second breath. Just in these few times, we really pay attention to the breath, like here in our second open and close, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I know I will keep breathing, and hopefully my breath and my mind body will slow down and sync up with this more centered, coherent way of breathing that I'm setting up as I go through my form with each time I come back to the open and close. Granted, I do other forms of breath work and have for many years, so my breath and respiratory system is pretty strong. And that is why I value Sun style Tai Chi. No other style of Tai Chi has us focus on breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And with enough repetition of focusing in on a healthier breath, we create the habit of a healthier breath within ourselves. But for many of us, in fact, most Americans breathe in a stressful way. It's been found through a few years of research by various people and places. So stop that now. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly out 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just keep breathing naturally in your form as we flow through. You might notice it changes how you feel. Indeed, breathing at a healthy rate does change how we feel. So I like sharing that information with you in a way that you can do breath work while you're practicing Tai Chi. Breath work is an enormous world now. It wasn't when I first started 20 years ago, but now I've explored numerous breathing techniques that are out there. And really, the 6-6 breath is the ideal breath if we want to get through our day in a healthy, calm, productive, non-stressful way. So setting that up in our practice might help to create a healthier breathing habit. In 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then typically I don't think about the breath again if I'm focusing on it in my open and close, specifically bringing it to the 6-6 breath. With all of the years of training my mind body has in breath work, it automatically syncs up my breath with just a few repetitions. I am able to adapt that non-stressful, more centered, more aware, alert style of breathing. Now, slow, deep belly breathing, where the exhale is longer than the inhale, has its place. But not every day do we need to fall asleep. We need to be awake in life, awake, alert, going through our lives. And that is what the 6-6 breath gives us. But again, I tell you, if in doing that, that 6 was too much, it felt like it was stressing you, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna explode, that's too slow, then start with 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Then slowly work your way to 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And you will find that the 6-6 breath is easier to attain that way than forcing it and feeling stressed, because stress is the opposite of what we're going for in that style of breath work. 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out, making it 6 breaths per minute. On average, Americans breathe 21 breaths a minute. The research indicates even in how we are breathing every single day, we are stressed. And if we can change how we are breathing a little every day, we can change our stress levels, our immune function levels. We can even change our productivity levels and our happiness quotients. It's true. But I'm not going to do all that research here with you. No, that's why I love Tai Chi. Instead of just talking about it and isolating out one specific aspect of the mind body, like the breath or balance with the feet or what the arms are doing, Tai Chi puts it all together as holistic medicine. And we just breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's moves number 42 and 43. And resonant or coherent breathing. There are many, many breathing apps out there that you can download for free. Personally, I really like the breathing app. That's the name of it. The breathing app. It's free. It was developed by the Chopra Institute, and you can set up a little timer that's super easy to understand with like a 3-second inhale and exhale, a 4-second, a 5, a 6. You can make the inhale and exhale different durations. But it recommends resonant breathing. In fact, on that app, there's a whole section of what the research proves that breathing in this way helps us with. So I hope it was an inspiring lesson and that you continue to breathe easy until we meet again for our next lesson